Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox 2 and today we've got another episode of the Coloured Solar System. So yeah, many thanks to everyone who has obviously kept this series going, pretty much giving me like new colour suggestions and stuff. So today we're going to be doing brown, since a lot of people are saying that for some reason. So yeah, we're going to do brown now, and I think next episode will be pink, and then we may have one episode after that. But I think I'm going to end the series because a lot of people have been recommending colours, but the problem is they're quite similar to colours I've already done. Like I know someone said dark red, I mentioned that one before. It's too similar to red. I saw someone who mentioned a tan colour, but the problem is it'll be similar to yellow because I don't have any yellow, or like the objects I did use in yellow, some of them were a tanned colour, like the yellow gas giant I have somewhere here. Yeah, it looks a little too similar to like a tanny colour, so I don't know if I'm going to keep the series going. Maybe I'll change my mind once or in a few weeks' time, but for now, there's probably going to be at least 2 more episodes after this, but I don't know after, so that is that. And also, many thanks to everyone who subscribed and left a like and all the stuff as usual. You're awesome. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can get 1,300. I'm getting mixed up. Too many numbers, but yeah, I'm getting mixed up, so yeah, I suck, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm getting mixed up with numbers, so yeah, let's see if we can hit our goal of 1,300 before the end of the month, because that'd be pretty cool, and we're closing in on it already. We're over halfway already, so we're doing a good job. So yeah, many thanks as always. So brown, okay, let's use this brown background. So okay, it's like a dark orange sort of color, so color like that. Okay, it's quite similar to that one. Then one more here maybe. Okay, that doesn't do anything. No. Actually, where's that green one? I think I can use that. Green. It's not nebula green. It's the... Yeah, this is the one I want to use. It's got the most colour in it. So now let's go to a brownish sort of colour. So let's go all the way down here. Like that. Now that is brown. Definitely brown. Can't even see anything. If I do this. Ah, there we go. Look at that. So there we go. That is brown. Don't even argue. That's brown. Anyways, let's quickly change this a little more because I want to get that looking a little better. So like that. There we go. That's definitely a brownish colour if you ask me. So there's our brown. Now a lot of people have been saying I should make a star with Beetlejuice lately, so we're going to go ahead and use that as well. But it is a red star, but we can change its colour. So no, not US Goody. I want Beetlejuice. So yeah, red supergiant star. So this will be pretty interesting. So we're going to put it there. Then we're going to lower its temperature a bit. So let's do this. Let's put it to 1,500, I think. No, not 2,000. 1,500, like that. Let's turn that off as well. There we go. So that's sort of a brown, well, definitely a darker orange. So sort of lower it a bit more. I guess the best we can do is that sort of colour, honestly, is a brown sort of, because this is the closest we can get to brown, I'd say. Sort of a darkish, orangey red colour. Like, I guess maybe that could be considered brown, but it looks a little, makes the star look dead. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. So there's our main star, and this has got quite a big habitable zone around it. So as you can see there, that is quite a large zone. Let's see how far it spreads out to. So that spreads about 700 plus AU, so 700 Earth orbits in size. So that's quite large. Anyways, let's get started. So I definitely have some brown objects we can use for this. So let's start off with, we could use maybe Ganymede. Maybe that's sort of like a brownish, I guess you could call it like a brown sort of cream colour. So we can use that. But anyways, I've got a rocky planet already set up along with a gas giant. So we'll start off with a gas giant. I've also got the one of the Star Wars planets here, Bespin from Empire Strikes Back. That's sort of a brownish orange colour. But anyways, we'll use the brown I have here. So let's go a little more simple with this solar system. We're going to have one there. So we're going to have one quite close to Beetlejuice. Let's just have it really close. Let's have it only 7 AU away. It's slightly a tilted orbit. So there we go. Let's also put the orbits on and also speed up time just so we can get it moving a bit. And as you can see, it's heating up a lot. And we'll also change its orbit slightly just to make it a little more wonky in size. So, okay, I like that. Okay, there we go. So let's delete that. And if you want a good look at this object before it heats up, here you go. So that is definitely brown. That's definitely a brown sort of colour. So looking good. So now we'll let it heat up again, and it's just going to chill next to Beetlejuice here. So yeah, that planet's definitely going to get roasted up a bit. Anyways, next up, I want to use the Earth, my future Earth. This is like Earth in a billion years' time, pretty much. Not a billion, a few bits. It's probably about 2 to 3 billion years in the future. This is my custom Earth for that time period, because obviously by that time the continents would have moved and all of the oceans and stuff would have dried up, so it won't look anything like the Earth does today probably. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. So okay, there's a so let's have it in the red zone. Let's put it there maybe. I don't want it going too hot. I want it so it's 600 degrees. I think I can work with that. So if you look, or if we just pause it here and then we remove all of this, it's sort of a dark reddish brown colour. I guess we can make it look more brown actually. So we could play that, make it a little more brighter in colour. Maybe that's more of a brown. I know I prefer it as black, but for the purpose of the video, we'll leave it brown. So there we go. So that's my future Earth. Still got the good old white clouds as well. Hopefully it stays at that temperature it already is at, because I like that. And it's got the Venus atmosphere. So if you didn't know, I based this off Venus to get that atmosphere. Because honestly, that's what I believe Earth will probably look like a giant Venus cloud layer above it. Because all the water is going to evaporate on Earth, so it's going to become part of the clouds. Basically meaning thicker atmosphere on clouds. So yeah, that's my sort of like futuristic Earth. So that's a pretty cool one. I'm definitely using that. Alright, next up, we're definitely having a habitable world. So let's get this rocky planet. Let's put it in the blue, sort of the blue area here. So let's put it over here. And actually, let's bring back Thackeray, because this is a brown colour. This is when I added a moon to the moon around Earth. So let's add that in there. Hopefully it won't get disintegrated, because it's quite small. Yeah, that's a brown colour, and this was a naturally spawned object, I believe. I didn't change these colours. They've always been like that. So let's make it about 1,000 kilometres in size, just so it's a little bigger. Hopefully it doesn't disintegrate or anything. Okay, that's looking good. Anyways, brown 2. So someone did comment I call it poop or something. So I'm going to say that, or just do that and say nothing more. Anyways, so let's check the temperature here on that. So is it going to heat up? Okay, no, we need to add a little more atmosphere. So yeah, this is my brown preset for a planet. So it's got like a dark orange sort of brown coloured atmosphere. It's the closest you can get to a brown atmosphere, so we're going to use this. So it's, okay, infrared emission to sea. Okay, yeah, we're going to definitely increase this atmosphere, because this atmosphere is not much at all. So let's just give it 0.8 Earths maybe. Does that do anything? Okay, it's still getting colder. Okay, let's put it to 2 Earths, or maybe no 3 Earths. Okay, that's warming up a bit. Will it go? Okay, there we go. It's going to the positive temperatures now. So let's see how hot it gets. We'll also add some water onto it. So let's do that. Okay, looking good. We won't have too much water though, but we'll leave it like that. Okay, I like that. Definitely an alien looking world. It's a bit like Saturn's moon Titan when I add water stacks. I usually have that in a dark orange sort of colour. So it looks a little similar to Titan, I guess. So it's looking good. Got that weird like giant ravine sort of thing here with the water in it. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that's a little too much water. About that maybe. So it doesn't just, even if it has a little bit of water, or mostly the south of this object is water. What if I flip it? Does that? Okay, that could look interesting. Let's have it on its side as well. There we go. I think the water looks better in the North Pole. So yeah, most of the north is water, but the south is more of a desert sort of area there. So looking good. The clouds, the nice orange clouds, sort of brownish coloured clouds, they look cool as well. So, okay, this guy's at 40 degrees. I guess let's increase the albedo. So that's a little too hot for my liking. So that's looking good. Thackeray, the little moon. We will not edit it at all, because this is just good the way it is. So we'll leave that the way it is. I like that. Okay, what else could I? Actually, I've got my old. Here's another Star Wars planet, the Mustafar, the lava planet. Could use that. Yeah, this is a brownish sort of colour. There we go. But let's give it an atmosphere, just so we can put some lava on it. So, oh, I don't like the blue atmosphere on that. So let's make it, so increase the infrared efficiency all the way. Let's give it quite a large sort of atmosphere here. Is that? Okay, ATM. So let's put it to 60 ATM. Oh, that's definitely heating up now. What if we increase its size a bit? It's got a nice orange custom colour on it as well. I've had this object for a very long time as well, so that's pretty cool. Okay, can I remove the atmosphere? There we go. Alright, now I need it to heat up in temperature. So is it going to heat up any more than that? Okay, let's make it slightly larger in size. So I don't want it evaporating, so let's put it to 1600 maybe. Is that going to stop? Okay, there we go. It's looking good. No, it's still losing a bit of material. If I just make it all iron, then that doesn't help. Water, go away. Okay, there we go, it stopped. Alright, perfect. So, the blue clouds in this look so weird. So, let's increase this up more and more. So we just need the temperature to go really, really hot. So, oh, okay, there we go. 1,000 degrees, there we go. Now that's the lava planet from Star Wars. But is it going to stop smoking up already? Come on, go away. 2,000 kilometers. That's usually the right size for it. Okay, how much mass has this planet got? Okay, it's quite a small size planet, that, actually. There's a lot of material being lost from this as well, so let's delete that. Still losing material. Seriously? Okay, let's make this guy a little bigger. So let's put it up to 140 moons. Then we'll make Thekri orbit around again. Do the same with the Mustafar here. Okay, there we go. Stop losing material. Come on. Dang it. It's so annoying. If I increase the albedo, does that do anything? Okay, it doesn't look like it's spraying any material out anymore, so if I just increase the ATM more. Okay, so I want it to stay around 900 degrees or 1,000. There we go. So there's lava planet, and it still has land, so yeah, that works in my books. So okay, cool it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. So that's a lava planet, and it is a brown color as well, so we can use it. So there we go. It's still losing material. Wow, that's just annoying. Dang it. Wait, why is this guy freezing? Oh, it's because I changed its size. Okay, let's increase that a little bit. Okay, it's heating up again. Damn it, really? Come on. Stop smoking. Right, it's really wants to spray out material, this. What if I make it all iron? That doesn't help. Silicate? Make it 100% silicate? Does that do anything? Come on! Little Thekri's doing okay. I think it's just because I made this too hot. If I increase the albedo more. Is that going to do anything? It's still losing material even though it's reflecting all the light it receives. Now that makes sense. If I just put it to 0 degrees. Is that... Okay, now it doesn't do it anymore. Okay, that's pretty weird. So I just do this. Heat up! Yeah, this does not want to play nice, does it? Okay, what if I just delete it and put it... Maybe we'll put it closer to the star, I think. So, zoom out from there. Okay, we'll have it... Let's have it a little closer than Earth is. Actually, like Star Wars, let's have it in orbit of a gas giant. So let's use this one here, HAP-P52b, another custom object of mine. We'll put it there. We'll make this... Yeah, we'll make this quite a hot planet. Okay, we don't want it too hot. So that's definitely a brown sort of colour. You can see the brown mixed with like the orangey sort of gold colour there. So now let's get it. So Mustafar. Well, I got ornate here. That's quite an old object news, and Orcus as well. That's I've got that in a brownish sort of colour. So let's put it here. Like in Star Wars, I think it is quite close to the planet. So put it there. So yeah, that's relatively close, I think. Actually, no, I want to go a little closer. Yeah, can we be a little closer? I don't want the planet tearing it up. So. Like there, does that work? Oh, that is close to the gas giant there. So now we just need this guy to heat up. That's really close to the gas giant actually. So okay, atmosphere time. So let's give it a big value there. I don't know, ATM. So let's go to 70 ATM. Increase infrared efficiency. Oh, that is heating up a lot. Increase the albedo a bit so it cools down to 1,000 degrees. Then we want to make it a lot bigger. So let's put it to 5,000 kilometers. Okay, hopefully the gas giant doesn't tear it up. So, let's keep an eye. Okay, it looks good actually, okay. And it's staying at a good temperature, so we just needed to make it bigger. So now let's make it to 900, so it's right next to the gas giant. So that is looking good, I like that. Look at this thing. It's pretty deadly looking there. So yeah, there we go, there's that. And hopefully it doesn't crash into the gas giant. Let's make it a little bigger actually, the orbit. So, it's only 200,000 kilometers out. Okay, there we go, that should be fine. Let's delete any particles that are in the simulation. Now we can zoom out from there. So right now we've got some cool looking objects. So now what I want to do is I want to add a second star, and so it's not going to be anything extreme. I'm going to use this brown dwarf I have here. Tea Garden Star. I've had this one for a long time, so this thing has got so little mass. We can just make it orbit Beetlejuice like that, because Beetlejuice has got, how much mass has that got? 8.9 suns. This only has 146 Jupiters, so this is quite small. Look how small its Hattel zone is. Like, you can see the little ring there. It's so cute. Like, look at it. It's so tiny. Like, this Hattel zone is smaller than the length of Jupiter, I think. Okay, it's a little bigger than the size of Jupiter. That's just how small this Hattel zone is. So let's put Ganymede around it. Let's put Ganymede there. So Ganymede is a brown looking colour, and it probably won't receive any light from this thing. Okay, it's getting a little sort of... I guess it's getting a bit of light. Oh, wow, oh, okay. Well, that happened. Oh, poor Ganymede, man. He just got destroyed. Okay, let me just go and delete all that. There we go. And just delete all the particles. There we go. So, okay, Tea Garden Star didn't like that, so let's put it a little further away. Put it there. That should be fine, right? Okay, where's Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice is outside. So, as you can see here, It's receiving light from Betelgeuse, but on this side, if you look, it's barely receiving any light. If you look like here, you can see there's a slight glow to it because yeah, these brown dwarfs do not emit a lot of lumen. They are like barely luminous at all. Like if you look at the stats here on this, if we go to the sun, it's 0. Yeah, a ton of zeros, 255 sun. So this guy is releasing hardly any energy at all. So, oh look, you can even see the habitable zone in the little image up here. If you look carefully, you can see the ring around it. There we go, look at that. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that with the habitable zone sort of thing. Look, you can see the ring around it. I like that, that's cool. Cool little feature. So there's Ganymede. Yeah, and we're just going to leave it the way it is, because Ganymede's already like a brownish, like, grey colour. So we'll just leave that as is around that. Now, could we add another object around here? We've got any other sort of... Mercury! Yeah, what am I saying? Mercury, yeah. Let's have Mercury in orbit of Tea Garden Star. So let's have it over here. There's Mercury as well. Also a brown object. So, yeah, there you go. There's Mercury. Let's make its atmosphere a little more powerful, though. Because if you didn't know, Mercury's atmosphere is very, very light. So let's give it a little more heavy atmosphere. Let's give it 10 ATM. Let's make this guy really heat up. Let's go. Okay, it's not really working. I see an increase in infrared efficiency as well. Now it should hopefully warm up. Okay, 20 ATM. Come on, I want you to heat up. Okay, it really doesn't want to heat up this. Okay, 40 ATM. 40. Still cooling down. Hey, interesting. Well, it's relatively far from Betelgeuse, I guess, but it's in the green zone, so it could still theoretically be hot. Okay, it's really wanting to cool down though. Maybe we could colonize a Mercury. What about 100? Still cooling down. Wow, this really doesn't want to cooperate. 1000 ATM. Okay, this is just having a laugh. Turn that off, maybe? Does that do anything? We'll just put it to 0 degrees. Wow, Mercury does not want to cooperate here. Okay, we can hopefully colonize it then. I know that won't even work, 'cause it still wants to freeze. Okay. So, we'll just leave that there as is. We'll just put it to 1 ATM, just so it doesn't mess anything up. So, we'll leave it like that. Just make it reflect a little bit of light. So this Mercury's going to stay cold, but now we're going to add a second Mercury in. A little closer to the star here. So let's put it there. Okay, that should be good. So increase that. So it doesn't... I want it to stay above 0 degrees. So... Okay, is it going to behave? Okay, there we go. Now let's give it an atmosphere of 1 ATM. Actually, should we have a binary Mercury system? A hot and then a cold one, or a hot and then a habitable one. Let's do that. So let's have a binary. There we go. So those guys should orbit around the star there. Actually, just to make things easier, we'll delete that one. We'll just have this orbiting the star again. But then we'll have a smaller Mercury orbiting it. So let's make this guy a little bigger. Let's make it double the size. Let's put it to about quadruple the size. Let's put it to 8,000 kilometers, so a little larger than Earth. Then we'll put the regular size Mercury around it. So let's put that there. So hopefully that will orbit. Okay, there we go. Good. So now what I want to do is this guy. I want to colonize you. So let's add some water to it. Ooh, Mercury with the water on it does look pretty cool, like the craters and stuff. That has a quite cool look to it, I think. So that's looking good. So it's hopefully going to warm up now. So increase the infrared efficiency as well. Oh, there we go. Look at that brown Mercury. That's like a black atmosphere there. If you look, if I turn off all this, you can see there is like a black coloured atmosphere there. You can only get this on custom objects. Like you can only get it on Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune when you turn them back to rocky planets. And then you can get it on, I think you can get it on Ganymede and Callisto as well. But yeah, this black coloured atmosphere, and it's also on Pluto actually as well. It's a pretty cool little like custom atmosphere colour you can get. So okay, we want you to stay relatively cold or warm, so we don't want you getting too hot. Okay, there we go. So 27 degrees pretty much. That looks good. So that's looking good. So we've got a colonised Mercury. Now we're gonna have a hot Mercury. So let's go to 10 ATM on this. So let's delete that. 10 ATM. Now hopefully it will heat up if it wants to. Come on, heat up. What? Okay, Mercury's officially bugged out because that makes no sense. How is it cooling down? It's got a big atmosphere on it and it's a lot closer to the star. Increase infrared maybe? Okay, now it's working, I think. Let's really increase this. Come on, warm up. You know you want to. 700 degrees, 800 degrees. Okay, it wants to cool down a bit. Come on. 600 ATM. Come on, heat up. 6,000 ATM. Warm up. 60,000 ATM. Like, this is weird. This is a bug. This shouldn't do that. Okay, let's just delete that because we don't need it. So let's just leave this Mercury by itself. So, yeah, there's that. Now let's add another gas giant in because we're a bit slacking on the gas giants here. So, what we got next? Okay, I got some more brown looking ones down here. I could use super gas. That's quite a lot. That's quite an interesting object. So let's go back to orbits and labels here. So where can I put super gas? So if I put it, let's put it there. Or could I have it really close? No, we already have one really close. Let's have super gas there. So this is a very large gas giant. Remember, this thing is huge. So it's like a browny yellow cream sort of color. It's not really. Not 100% brown, but it's not 100% any other colour. And then Mega Triton, where I made Triton bigger than Neptune, we'll have that in this as well. So let's have that orbiting around it, because that's quite a brownish sort of looking orange colour. So, oh, this has a lot of mass as well. So let's make it only 1 Jupiter. Let's make it a lot smaller. Add the gas giant colour back. Okay, there we go. So let's have that orbiting that. There we go. There's our Mega Triton. Let's have it on its side almost, on a tilt. There we go. So that's looking good. So we're orbiting super gas here. Remember, this thing is huge. Now, if we compare it to the largest planet, which is where is it? Where's HD gone? Look. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so HD is bigger than super gas. So super gas is obsolete. I need to make a new one. Apparently. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we leave that there for now. This one here, Kepler 7s. That's also a brown-looking object, so we can use that. Quite a lot of brown objects. It's pretty good. Whoa, super gas is mucking around a bit. Okay, we may have to delete that actually. Sorry, super gas, but you're mucking up my system too much. Yeah, okay, sorry, you're getting deleted. And then we'll just add that in the orbit. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can't use super gas. That kind of sucks. So here we go. What next? So Kepler 7s. This is quite a brown object as well. There you go, looking good. Okay, so yeah, there we go. There's a quite simple brown system, but people did say they wanted me to use Betelgeuse. So yeah, there is that. So now let's add an asteroid belt in, because yeah, we definitely need to have one of those in. So that is looking good. So asteroid belt, I'm going to go from manual colours, then we are going to go to a brown sort of looking colour here. So there we go, something like that. Then we're going to go add ring. Oh, they just slap. Yeah, because the asteroid belt would fit into. Or Betelgeuse is bigger than the asteroid belt's size, so we're going to have to make this guy a little bigger. So let's make it 1080 or 10 AU to 20 AU. Just make it quite a large asteroid belt and then put it there. There you go. There's an asteroid belt. Actually, no, I think that's too close. Actually, okay, let's go with 90 AU to 150 AU. How about that? Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. I like that a lot more. It's further out. It's more distant. Let's also add another one. Let's add one from 400 to 1000. Let's add a huge belt in out here. There we go. So it's like a double asteroid system. So that's looking good. And now one more thing. Let's add a rogue object in. Let's add one just like a Planet 9. Let's add something really, really far away. So what could I use for this? 51 Peggy. 51 Peg. See there. Ornate. What could I use? Where was the one I wanted to use? I mentioned it earlier, I think. Orcus. That's it. We're going to have an Orcus out here. This is a rogue object with a weird orbit. So here's Orcus. So we turned it into a star a few weeks ago, I believe now. So yeah, here's Orcus. It's quite dark here. Quite a brown grey looking object, but we can use it for this. So actually, we'll make it a little more brown. There we go. There we go. That fixed it. So let's make it a little more brown. So that's looking good. Now if we zoom out, let's also give it a Sedna-like orbit. So let's do something like that. There you go. So we've got our one stray object. We'll put it a little closer to the star there. So that's looking good. And there we go. I like that. Actually, should we do another one? Yeah, let's have this one. Let's have like a Planet 9 object as well. So let's use just the brown gas giant I have and have that as a very far away orbit. So this will be our furthest object out. Then we'll do the sort of Planet 9 look to it. So something like maybe this. Maybe that's sort of like a weird Planet 9 orbit. Actually, maybe it's a little too far away. What if I put that to 3000 like that? Okay, it's cuts in. Okay, it's a little too much. Maybe a little more like that. Let's turn it around a bit. Okay, so something like that maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I like that. Actually, let's have it crossing orbits with the Orcus. There we go. That looks good. So there we go. There is our brown solar system. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this episode. And make sure you did hit that like button. Tell me if you want pink or grey next. I think they're the last two colours I want to do. But if you've got... yeah, hold out on recommending the other colours for now. Once we get to the last episode, which will either be grey or pink, then I'll let you... or then I'll say send me some ideas. And then we could keep the series going. But it may not be as often. So, yeah... so this series is a bit of a maybe right now because I don't know if I'm going to continue in all. But yeah, there's our brown asteroid belts you can see there. So yeah, looking good. So yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys all enjoyed. Make sure you hit that make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more. Make sure you have a good day as well. And if you've got any ideas for another video, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll add them to my list of episodes we can do. So yeah, there we are. So I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.